The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. Welcome into Busch Stadium in downtown St. Louis. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Hi, folks. John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. So the Tampa Bay Rays looking like a team that could make some noise. It's a strong roster to start the year. Where do you think they stack up among the league's best?
No, Boog, they're definitely contenders, no doubt about that. Plenty of talent on this roster. Maybe not a juggernaut, but a good team. And I think they might need to patch some holes at some point, though.
Yeah, time will tell, of course, but I agree with you. They look like they're set up to play meaningful baseball all the way to game 162, maybe beyond. First pitch coming your way next. Our starting pitcher in this one, Matthew Liberatore. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Mullins gets out of the way. That's ball 1. There's a swing and a drive. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Now he'll turn for second. High bounce takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double.
That was loud contact and a no doubt double off the bat. I didn't know it was going to land in the bullpen, though. And he's really improving his accuracy out there. It's almost like he tried to do it.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Yandy Diaz now. Hey. Hammered on a line, base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
Here's a ball. It's hit right back up the middle. Clearly a base hit. I mean, that's one of those where you're expecting a guy from second to score.
Roy Campanella stepping in now, trying to get the Rays on the board. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. Roy Campanella sends it out of here. His first homer of the year, and the Rays take the lead. It's 3-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead.
We take another look as StatCast tells us that ball took off at 110 miles an hour.
And plenty of distance as well. I mean, that was an impressive home run, Berg. He squared it up and knew it was gone.
So now it's the four-hole hitter, Junior Caminero. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
Can be tough to bounce. Back after big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Got him on the off-balance throw. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder. Now a look at Kevin Cash's lineup for the Tampa Bay Rays. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, you know, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. Scott under it. 2 down.
Batting fifth, left fielder Chandler Simpson.
So up next, Chandler Simpson. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. Out to short. Smith over to first in time, and that'll do it. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 3-0. Back here in St. Louis, and on the mound for Tampa Bay in this one, Drew Rasmussen. Chris, a sub-3 ERA for him a year ago.
Well, when your numbers are coming in under 3 as a starting pitcher that's going out there every 4th or 5th day, taking the ball, competing against really good big league hitters, it's extremely impressive. And you wonder what he figured out last year that he can carry into this season. Help him to maintain that number or even drop it lower. We'll see, but we know he's got good stuff, and he should be really good in this one today. The 1-1.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. That one gets down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next to hit, Albert Pujols. Runner on the move. Throw save. Hit. He's thrown too late. That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Man at second. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Fights it off. He'll see another. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. Here's a Cardinals lineup now. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
So now with one away and a man at second, Mark McGwire will hit next. Foul ball there. The 0-1. Swings through that one above the zone.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Runner breaks for third. Pitch misses. Throw to third, and he's in there easily.
Well, sometimes stealing third base can be tough, especially if that shortstop or second baseman are making some noises, moving towards the bag, try to make you think that you've got to stay close. Well, they didn't do a very good job of that. He had a comfortable lead, got a great jump, and that's how you third base.
Pitch misses there. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Comes a 2-2. Swing and a ground ball. Slings to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across. 2 outs, base is empty. And next is the Cardinals 4-hitter, Ivan Herrera. Gets him to chase after that one. This one in the air, center field. And that'll do it. It's on to inning number 2 in St. Louis. Rays 3 and the Cardinals 1. We move ahead to the top of the second now. Now up for Tampa Bay, Carson Williams. Line to second, snagged on the bounce, and they get the out. Carlos Pena next to hit for the Rays. Out towards right center field. Scott gets under it. And there's 2 away. Liberator making his first start of the year. A former first-round pick back in 2018. Next to hit, Sean Figgins. On the ground to the left. They don't come any quicker. 3 pitches for 3 outs, inning over. Down in order go the Rays as the lead remains 3-1. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Mason Wynn. In the air, left field, and that'll get down for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Waste no time there. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Here's the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar. He was late there, strike one.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Fastball almost got him there. In the air to left center, Simpson on the move to the alley. He's got it, and there's one down.
Batting seventh, third baseman, Scott.
One out man at first. Scott Rowland next up for the Cardinals. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. It's 0-1. Ball one there. And that's too high. Wynn over at first with one away. That one outside. And it's 3-2. Got him. That's out number 2.
Batting eighth, second baseman,
Now it's going to be Matt Carpenter.
That's a ball.
Fly ball down the line, and that's a foul ball. Now a quick throw to first. Wynn dives back in safely. And he can't make the play. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard.
batting ninth, center fielder,
First and second, 2 outs. Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. Two on, 2 outs.
Ball, that's down.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
That one is upstairs.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
First and second, 2 down here on opening day. In the dirt. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
And they're all loaded up. up to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Now it's the shortstop, Ozzie Smith. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. Fastball for a strike.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
To first, it's hops in, but a nice pick for out number 3.
Really fantastic play over at first. That catch saved a run. If the throw gets away, the runner from third is cruising home to score easily. Moments like those matter quite a bit in this game.
All set for the start of the inning, and stepping in for the Rays, Cedric Mullins.
Well, these Rays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings.
A little out front there as he swings through it. On the ground, into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Yandy Diaz. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Ball, that's out.
On the ground, right side, and a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Right Campanella, the next to hit. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. First and second, no outs here in game 1 of this 3-game set.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
In the dirt. Outside, 3-1.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Mullins headed home. The run comes in to score from second.
Picks himself up an RBI. Loud contact, leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Stepping in, Junior Caminero. He's 0 for 1. And a swing and a miss. There's a strike. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Gordon Graceffo. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. Dobbins also getting ready. That one misses. Ball 1.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
2 in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Up the middle. Throws to first in time. That's out number 1, and a run comes in to score.
For Tampa Bay, right fielder Johnny Damon.
So digging in, Johnny Damon. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Ground ball to the right side. Pujols takes it to the bag, and there's 2 down. Now up for Tampa Bay, Chandler Simpson. Grounded out his first time up. A bunt, and it's popped up, and that's a foul ball. In the air, out towards left center. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Rays 5 and the Cardinals 1. Back here at Busch Stadium, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Albert Pujols. Called strike right there.
Ball 2.
And that one is lifted in the air. Simpson under it. 1 away. And here's the slugger who starts at DH, Mark McGwire.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Liner caught at second.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And now it's Ivan Herrera. Now there's a bullet down the line. Two down, nobody on.
Yep, that ball went out.
Popped up. Figgins has a beat on it. And that's the inning. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. They're down here 5-1. Back here in St. Louis, out of the 4th. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
Scott takes it in for the out. 1 up, 1 down. Carlos Pena next to hit for the Rays. Left field. He's there. He's got it. And a couple of quick outs.
Up next for Tampa Bay, second baseman.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Sean Figgins. Grounded out his first time up. Right through there for a strike. That clips the corner.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Line drive, short hop to third. Fires over first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the Rays 5 and the Cardinals 1. Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection. Win the leadoff batter as he swings through it for strike 1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Next offering is fouled back.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate. But the hands are still stinging after that one.
Check swing on an 0-2. Appeal to first, and he held up. Here's a 1-2. Way inside. Swing, and he breaks his bat. Williams takes it in for the out. One down.
Up next for the Cardinals, left fielder, Lars Nootbaar.
And up next for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. Fly to left his first time. Foul ball. That one inside. Look out. In the air to left center. Mullins on the move. And there are two outs.
Up next for the Cardinals.
So up next, Scott Rowland. He was a strikeout victim his first time. In the air, right field. And that is that. Redbirds down quietly. They're down 5-1.
Now pitching.
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the fifth. Gordon Graceffo. And he has some nasty breaking stuff. Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Wynn takes it in for the out. One away.
Up next for Tampa Bay.
Next is the designated hitter, Yandy Diaz. He's 2 for 2. Line drive to short and caught.
Up next for Tampa Bay, catcher Roy Campanella.
Roy Campanella next to hit for the Rays. He's already homered in this game. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that's the third out. Rays held in check here. They're up 5-1. Back here in St. Louis. Now up for St. Louis, Matt Carpenter. Going on. Activity in the pen for the Rays. Brian Baker warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Seymour, the lefty, warming up as well. Oh, 1 down. Line drive, base hit, fair ball down the third baseline. And they had their first hit since the second inning.
Up next for the Cardinals.
So digging in, Victor Scott worked a walk in his first trip to the plate.
Leadoff man on. It's time to play a little small ball. Get some base runners. Try to dig yourself out of the hole.
Scott, 25 years old. He made his major league debut in 2024. And he was a 5th-round pick in 2022. Simpson settles under this one. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Cardinals, the shortstop, Ozzie.
So back to the top of the order. And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Ozzie Smith, 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
That's a hit. And out to a board.
Definitely found a perfect spot. Those could be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
Base hit. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with 1 out. And now Kevin Cash out of the dugout and ready to make a move to the bullpen. Drew Rasmussen won't go any further. And a pretty good outing for him as he leaves with a nice lead. New pitcher when we get back. Now on the bump, Ryan Baker.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute 1 pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Here's the Cardinal DH, Mark McGwire. And that one fouled off. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Hit on the ground to the right side. And that's just foul. The 0-2. And there's a ball.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Here's a 1-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And here's the catcher, Ivan Herrera. Fly ball down the line, and no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. That one fouled off. Oh, 2 now. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. In comes the run from third. It's 5-2.
Well, that's a great effort with 2 outs, and he displayed why it's so important to get out of the box quickly. There's no time to waste on these plays, and that hustle down the line to beat the throw really earned him that run.
All loaded up. Mason Wynn getting ready to hit. And a big swing and a miss. Now he breaks his bat, and that will end the inning. So they get 1, but end up leaving the bases loaded. 5 innings complete. It's the Rays 5 and the Cardinals 2. We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one. Now here is Junior Caminero.
Third baseman, Junior Caminero.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And they have their first hit since the third inning.
Up next for Tampa Bay.
Now
right
up for
fielder,
Tampa Bay, Johnny Damon.
Well, these Rays doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
Popped up. Carpenter under it. He makes the grab, and there's one down.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
So up next, Chandler Simpson. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Ground ball right side, but that rolls foul. Now the 0-1. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, number 7.
Carson Williams next to hit for the Rays. This one in the air right field. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And that is that. The Rays strand just the one. They're still out in front 5-2. Welcome back. Busy time around the league, taking a look at some notable free agent signings. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Swinging a ground ball, and it goes just foul. The 0-2. Swing and a ball lifted left field. He's got it. One up, one down.
Up next for the
Now the third baseman, Scott Rowland. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate.
Outside, that's a ball.
Flares it into the outfield. Dives and makes the catch. What a play.
Hitter's got a broken heart on that one. It had base hit written all over it. Maybe extra bases. Great diving catch for the upset.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Brian Baker is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for Tampa Bay.
2 down, bases empty. Now it's the second baseman, Matt Carpenter. And first offering is fouled off. Line drive, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. I really like the approach of that swing. That was a good changeup on the corner, but he recognized it early, did get jumpy, and just smacked it to the opposite field.
Now Victor Scott. And there's a foul ball. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. So one left for the Cardinals. They trail at 5-2.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Fernandez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now the first baseman, Carlos Pena. That misses. Ball 1. Hit hard on the ground to short. Smith over to first in time. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Up next for Tampa Bay, second baseman, Sean Figgins.
Next to hit, Sean Figgins. He's grounded out a couple of times. Rips that one to right. Diving, makes the grab. What a play.
That diving catch right there is the kind of play that just fires up the team, whether it's to make more great defensive plays or to get back in the dugout and swing the sticks.
Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Cedric Mullins.
Hey.
Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Bouncer to second. The throw to first. And they get Mullins for the out. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Rays go in order. 1, 2, 3. And it remains 5-2. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The shortstop,
On the ground, right side, Figgins. To first, one pitch and one out.
Up next for the Cardinals, first baseman, Albert Pujols.
So digging in, Albert Pujols. 1 for 3. And a foul ball. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. That one almost got him. The Redbirds trailing by 3 here at the bottom of the 7th. Pitch is in the dirt. It's 2-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That misses, and it's 3-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets the out. 2 down after the strikeout.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed. Gets the out.
Now it's the DH, Mark McGwire. Lots of pop at the plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track. He swings and fouls one off. Strike 2. Two down, nobody on. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
You know, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Right side. Into the outfield, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
And the Rays manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Mason Engler gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
New
Tampa
pitcher
Bay,
now, Edwin
number
Uceda,
63.
ready to make his
Edwin
season
Uceda.
debut. And next is the Cardinals 4-hitter, Ivan Herrera. The 0-1 to the right side. Tosses to first. inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. The Cards leave 1, and the deficit remains 5-2. We're at the top of the 8th. To the plate now for the Rays is the DH, Yandy Diaz. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, try to climb the ladder.
Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. And the leadoff man aboard.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
And stepping in for the Rays, Roy Campanella. He's done some damage, launched a homer at his first at bat back in the first.
Yeah, that was a tone setter, no doubt. I mean, you can stomach an early solo homer, but a 3-run shot just doesn't go down quite as smooth. Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate, stay out of that double play.
Liner, base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's the third baseman, Junior Caminero. Backed off the plate that time. The Rays trying to break this one open, and we're at the top of the 8th. On the ground to second, might be 2. Good feed, that's 1. Back to first, and that is a double play.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ryan Fernandez departs, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back. New pitcher on now, Ryan Stanek.
Important job for him to do right now with that runner on third as they try to add on to their lead. Just needs 1 out to get out of it, so this is a huge matchup in this game right here.
Johnny Damon next to hit for the Rays. 0 for 3 in this one. That one is absolutely belted. 1 hopper off the wall, and that should bring in the run. In comes the runner from third. It's 6-2 to second, but way too late. Safe there.
Well done. Drives in the run. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
So runner at second, 2 down. Chandler Simpson now at the plate. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes it nice. Grab at a full sprint. And that is that. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Now a 6-2 ball game. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Mason Wynn. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Ian Seymour, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Matz, the power lefty, up as well. That one missed. Uceda in his 3rd season, 28 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. 3 flyouts already. He's 0 for 3. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Strike two.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
The 0-2. This one in the air, center field. Mullins takes it in for the out, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Now the third baseman, Scott Rowland.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
Fought off foul. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. The 1-1 is fouled off. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. They still trail it here. It's 6-2.
Don't gas me up, seen too many folks get evaporated. Fade away with no baskets made, and that's tragic, ain't it? Recipe for disaster, waiting your eggs in one basket breaking. That's why I got 2 clicks on the side like an Apple payment. I'm brighter than the golden arches. Oppenheimer rhyming, ain't no CGI.
All set to start the 9th in this one. Now up for Tampa Bay, Carson Williams. Tap foul at the plate. You'll one. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Battling here as he fouls it away. And that's downstairs. Now 1-2. Up the middle, Smith handles, throws to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
Up next for Tampa Bay, first baseman Carlos Pena.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Carlos Pena, 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Popped up to the left into foul ground, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Sean Figgins next to hit for the Rays. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass.
Hey.
And he swings through that one.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Liner. At second. Down in order go the Rays. They lead it 6-2.
Now pitching for
Back
Tampa
now
Bay,
as they hand the ball to a fresh
61,
arm to start the bottom of the 9th. Ian Seymour.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Matt Carpenter getting ready to hit. 3 for 3 with 3 singles.
Matt Carpenter.
In the air, right field, Damon on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Here's the center fielder, Victor Scott. One down, base is empty here in the 9th. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Mullins in and to his right. Brings it in. 2 away now.
Up next for the Cardinals, the shortstop.
1 out left for the Cardinals. Ozzie Smith next up for the Cardinals. Out to short. Williams whips it to first on the run, and that'll do it.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
And your final 6-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.